Guess who's black in the house? It's your Midwesty bestie, Quinta Mother Fashion Doll. Yes, happy Monday to everybody. We are here with a Bible study for you all on this lovely Monday. You know what? I'm doing Bible study and I didn't even find the scripture. Hold on. um, Hold on, let me find the scripture. But today, I'm sure you see the title. Today, we are going to talk about Michael Rapaport and his foolishness, which he is always saying something crazy and foolish. And it just made me think we are definitely in a time where, and it's funny because he used this phrase himself. There definitely there is fake news coming from some sources. There's fake news. There are people that don't know how to read and just say anything. Michael Rapaport is definitely one of those people to me. Hey, Parker Brothers. I don't know if this camera, Carla. Hey, brother. Thank you for joining me. Before we get into um, our studies for the night, I want to share the scripture that we're going to be learning from or reading from on tonight. Yes. Now, some of the girls might know the song that says, uh, I look to the hills from which cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord, honey. But I want to give y'all the scripture, not just the song. The scripture is Psalm 121 and 2. Let me read it from down here. I lift up my eyes to the mountains. Where does my help come from? And then provides the answer. My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. Okay. And I wanted to use we both stunning. Yes, honey. Both of the brothers in the room for the Bible study, honey. Y'all came to get y'all blessing tonight. You're gonna get blessed. um I wanted to use that scripture because I think in this time we all are looking for maybe a voice of reason or an outlet to get out our frustrations, because sometimes not all of us have a platform, not all of us have a YouTube or a podcast or are big on social media or even want to share maybe our feelings or opinions on social media. So you do look for these people online to be your mouthpiece or to be, just be there to say the things that you want to say, but maybe you can't. Maybe you don't have the gumption or the freedom to say what you would like to say. And hello, Tim. What's the word today, my lovely dog? Um, Wait, can I put it at the bottom? Yes, let me put it at the bottom. Hold, please, so everybody know what the scripture is for today. But we are talking about Raggedy Michael Rapaport. Because to quote Nene Leakes, I think I'm a very good judge of character. I think I have very good discernment. Not all the time, because I think sometimes with dating, I could be a little better. I'm not foolproof, but I do think I have a great sense of discernment. And when I notice somebody said one thing that's off to me, my spidey senses go up like, well, you probably just off altogether. Okay. And I just updated our banner. That's our scripture for the evening that is scrolling across the bottom. That is the theme of the night. Where does my I look? But let me read it one more time. I lift up my eyes to the heavens. Where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. Okay, we're going to get into it. I want to start off with some things before we even get to um what Michael Rapaport said on today. Because this was not his first time. He is always talking crazy. I have always been so confused as to why Andy Cohen brings him on Watch What Happens Live all the time. And I get that he watches the show, and maybe Andy think that's cute because he's a straight man that watches. But and I also believe Michael Rapaport is married to a black woman, and maybe that's another reason why he watches these shows. But eh, he comments on things that I don't think he should be commenting on and saying things he doesn't need to say. And why do we even care what Michael Rapaport thinks about anything on Bravo? So before we get into the current stuff, I want to take a look at some stuff this bitch Ben said that I thought was off. And this way y'all need to start picking up these things before it's too late. You really do. Let's look at this before I even go to Watch What Happens Live. This is just a little minute clip. Hopefully, I shouldn't have any problems. Let me just skip ahead. Now, this is him on some podcast or radio station talking to someone white.
Yeah, then you really don't like it.
Come on, hop on the mic.
Motherfucker, because of the what?
Get the fucking mic.
Because of what? Corny motherfucker.
Fuck off.
This show's gonna go
You,
off
you
the
are
rails.
fucking. I think you're a race baiting coward.
Because are you a Texas cracker motherfucker, right? Who don't like black
You know
people,
what?
right?
That's
There we
not-
go.
No,
There
no,
we
fuck
go.
You know,
that.
you can think
See,
whatever
this is
you
where
want.
No, are you?
don't
Did you
wanna
vote for
go
Trump?
with the radio.
I didn't.
Come on, we
You
don't
didn't
want
want
to
to
go
vote.
the radio.
Yo, hold
I
up.
don't wanna
I'm
do
a race
politics.
baiting.
I'm gonna pause it. Everybody noticed that he asked this white man, did he vote for Trump? So at some point, voting for Trump mattered to Michael Rapaport. Because it must not matter today. But when this was recorded, it mattered. When was this recorded? This from 7 years ago. So 7 years ago, it mattered that you voted for Trump.
And what? You're a cracker motherfucker, man.
No, it's cracker. You can't swat.
Yeah, you can. Because you know what? Because you know what a cracker is. You know.
elected.
Fuck Donald Trump.
Oh, here we
Fuck
go.
you. You know what? Let me say, Dave.
Why?
A
Who
cracker
brought
is
text
this.
in there? I don't want. This is
You know
not
what?
what we
Like
do.
a New York, all right, but a New Yorker would never ask it because a cracker is the type of motherfucker, type of fucking
Ooh.
painty white cracker motherfucker
Ooh.
like this.
What are you
Well, I want to
talking
punch you
about,
in your
Rap?
motherfucking face.
No. All right. Let's leave.
Oh,
I never actually yelled at.
this white on white crime. Oh, I'm so uncomfortable. Oh, I didn't know that they use that word. They call each other that derogatory word. I didn't know white people even use that word. That is so funny to me to hear another white person call a white person dad. I guess. Girl, you would have been better off saying colonizer. Well, maybe not. That's why it just don't make sense. Because this was, I didn't even know about this when I was searching for something else. This came up because I just typed in Michael Rapaport problematic, and it's numerous videos. So y'all go do some research. But that was just the first one. But this one I really peeped. I don't like this bitch. This bitch always talking crazy, and especially on the behalf of black people. No, it's a no for me.
I want to get started with.
I'm gonna skip some of this because I don't have time for Bravo and NBC to take my video down. So we're gonna skip some of this. The white on white crime must be stopped. Yes. Oh, it's just so hostile. I'm just scared and nervous sitting in my house. Is this how the Cold War started? And we're gonna keep talking about white on white crime tonight. We're gonna get there. We need a crime city for the white people now, like they do Chicago with us. Yes. Exactly. What's the city where all the white crime happened? Is it Ohio or something? Ooh, white people, y'all got to get it together. What's happening? Okay, let's look at this other clip with this bitch. Now, him commenting on Kenya and acting like Portia and all that stuff, that's fine. Okay, you watch the show, you can comment on the show, but this is the piece that I didn't like what he about to say.
Job to keep your cable to watch me.
Did y'all just peep what he asked her? He asked her, were her eyes contacts or were they real? Who he talking to? Who is he talking to? Why you ask Kenya Moore what her contacts? I mean, what her was that her real eye color or not? Because I bet if Erica Jane or any of them white women was on the show, you would not have said anything about them having on color contacts. But because she black and her eyes are not dark brown or look black, because white people think black people have black eyes, and I don't think anyone has black eyes. But you know, they think we dogs and animals. So our eyes black like the devil. Why did you ask her that, and why did you think that was appropriate? And this why when it comes to Michael Rapaport and there's some more bitches, that vlog man, y'all need to keep white people out of black spaces. Cause then they think that it's okay to say stuff like that. I just for the life of me can't understand why he thought that was okay. And this is from years ago. But I would love to know if the girls ate him up for saying this. I just can't believe it. This is from 7 years ago too. Yo, eyes contacts. Bitch, you tried it. After he told her, you should want to be me. Why should Kenya Moore want to be you, Michael Rapaport? A ugly, as she said, out of shape white man. And just for context, let's go back and look at Michael Rapaport when he was younger. Because when I was looking at the pictures, he wasn't ever cute. And though we don't like Kenya Moore is stunning. And Kenya Moore was Miss America, Miss USA, whichever one. And this what you are. You weren't ever Brad Pitt. And this, I'm gonna get to this a little when we get further down the line, but this why y'all need to stop like letting these people that are on the outskirts of their own community come and infiltrate ours. White men don't want to be Michael Rapaport, but y'all let this bitch come and be in our spaces and be talking to us. Just like that other, but I think the other white man not as bad. Is his name Gary Owens? And I think he married to a black woman too. Girl, bye. Did you peep him tell Kenya Moore that she needed a glam squad of 12 people so she could walk out here and she needed blow torches? What are you implying? Okay. But y'all gonna learn. Y'all gonna use some discernment one day, honey. We're gonna go. Before we get to what Michael Rapaport said today, I want to show something else because I always say this. People like to say protect black women when it's convenient. Because when there's certain black women, people don't care. Or I got one even better for you. If a black woman says or does something against a black man, the black men don't care nothing about protect black women. Follow me here. Now, do we remember when Gayle King did her interview with Lisa Leslie and Snoop Dogg was so upset? And this was his response. And I didn't like this, but some of the girls thought it was funny. But I'm going to show y'all today why it's not funny and why what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Oh, and that was my message when I talked about Nelly and Snoop Dogg. Oh, way to bring it around. Yes, honey. But I told y'all I said it. I know I said it.
Gail King, out of pocket for that shit. Way out of pocket. What do you gain from that? I swear to God, we the worst. We the fucking worst. We expect more from you, Gail. Don't you hang out with Oprah? Why y'all attacking us? We your people. You ain't coming after fucking Harvey Weinstein asking them dumbass questions. I get sick of y'all. I want to call you one. Is it okay if I call her one? Funky dog head bitch. How dare you try to tarnish my motherfucking homeboy's reputation, punk motherfucker.
Now, let's take notes of what happened. This is Snoop Dogg's reaction because Gayle King asked Lisa Leslie about Kobe Bryant's. Now he had a whole case. This wasn't just allegations. He did have a court case. Now he I think he was found innocent, but he did have a court case. And she asked her about it. Now it probably was inappropriate, but you had to call her out her name, a dog face bitch, because he was your homeboy. He was all y'all hero because he played basketball. Okay. Now this was Snoop Dogg did. Now we gonna get back to Michael Rapaport. Now today, Michael Rapaport. Now we know it's been some low down dirty monkeys with wigs on that passed away. Ozzy Osbourne, Hulk Hogan, and then somebody else died. And they weren't necessarily low down, but it was three people that passed. I can't think of the third person right now. Oh, and then Malcolm Jamal Warner, which we like him. We don't know anything crazy about him, or at least I don't. Y'all tell me if he crazy too. But when I heard about Hulk Hogan and Ozzy Osbourne, when I tell you I wasn't no ways tied, I didn't say rest in peace. I didn't say nothing. I said, oh. And if you want proof, on the recent live I did with Cam brought it up. And I said, oh, about Ozzy Osbourne. And I grew up watching the Osbournes, and I don't care nothing about Ozzy Osbourne or Sharon, because I'm pretty sure both of them are racist. And I will never forget Sharon Osbourne yelling at Cheryl Underwood. Let's pull that up. Let's put this up, because y'all be forgetting. I don't know how y'all be forgetting this. Y'all forget what y'all want to forget. Because y'all remember some mess about the wrong people.
I feel even like
Oh, rabbit dog hair having ass. Don't talk to Cheryl like that.
The break, I'm asking you again, and don't try and cry, because if anyone should be crying, it should be me. This is the situation. Yes. You tell me where you have heard him say, educate me. Tell me.
Cheryl, please punch on her.
Now, y'all don't forget that that's how Cheryl was talking. I mean, how Sharon was talking to Cheryl with her grown ass. I'm sure she older than Cheryl Underwood. Girl, you probably should be telling Cheryl Underwood some stuff. And that, you know, the British people think they know every damn thing when it comes to history. You should be telling Cheryl. So don't forget, Ozzy Osbourne ain't getting no tears over here, and neither did Hulk Hogan. So Michael Rapaport was on his podcast talking crazy about Hulk Hogan. And one of my friends, shout out to Nate Ray, shout out to Ren, said y'all should do a live on this. So I went to do some investigating. And I pulled up, I didn't know he had a podcast. He has a podcast. Before he even get to Hulk Hogan, this man started talking about Candice Owens. Y'all get into this clip and how this man was talking about Candice Owens. And this why when Snoop Dogg was talking crazy about Gail, somebody should have went public and said, no, 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 Snoop Dogg, you shouldn't have did that to her and should have made him apologize. And this is why. Mm, mm. I got to go backwards.
Right now, I'll probably change, and this could change very quickly. It could change how some way conjured up so many fake narrative after fake narrative. For me, I'm all about Jews. I'm all about Zionists. I am all about righteous people. I am not trying to convince people whose minds are.
No, I also want to say this. I'm not speaking on the Gaza, Israel, Palestine. I'm not speaking on that. That don't have nothing to do with what I'm talking about today. Okay, I also want to add that piece. That don't have nothing to do with what I'm talking about. This is what he was talking about. But that's not what I'm talking about today. So I'm about to skip that because we're not even getting into that. So we're going to skip that piece. I'm trying to get to the piece where I had a problem.
Miserable. Stop trying to convince these people. So many people are up in arms about this dog, this rotten, miserable dog, Candice Owens. First of all, if you're Jewish and you still follow Candice Owens.
Stop right there. Stop right there. People watching, people, and if you're just joining me, welcome. Please, if I didn't say it earlier, please subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, share this with your friends. I want this to be a conversation. Y'all need to start sharing this. Invite your friends to Bible study, honey. It's a good thing, to quote Martha Stewart. This man just said so easily, with no hesitation, he called Candice Owens a dog. He called a dark-skinned black woman a dog. And then he just told all the Jewish people, if you are following Candice Owens, to unfollow her. Not to unfollow her because when she was a Trump supporter, not to unfollow her when she was saying all her anti-black rhetoric, not to unfollow her when she was saying all her anti-feminism and misogynist rhetoric. All of that was okay. It's time to unfollow Candice Owens because she said something about the Jewish people in that conflict with Gaza that he don't agree with, or I guess because she disagree with him. And I'm so mad, and I don't like Candice Owens. She ain't. I don't feature her. She is crazy. I don't agree with nothing that lady has to say. Or even if broken clocks are right twice a day, so she might even have a point on some stuff. Maybe, I don't know, but I don't follow that bitch to know. But this is when you took problem with Candice Owens. Girl, I couldn't even get to the Hulk Hogan piece. We're going to watch them out. I said, oh, and you calling her a dog? And this also just reminds me of how the people didn't have a problem with Kanye West when he was saying anti-black stuff. And when he said slavery was a choice, they had a problem once Kanye West said stuff against Jewish people. But what about when he was talking against his own people? That was okay. When he wore the Make America Great Again hats, that's okay. And we're going to get to the Trump piece of it all because that don't make sense to me, but we're going to get there. But I'm going to play some more of this. But y'all, somebody going to have to tell me something because I'm confused. I'm so confused. I thought what was good for the goose was good for the gander. And I always see the Jewish people online or Middle Eastern people, all the groups that are affected by this Gaza situation and others. I always see them online saying, if you don't speak up for this, it'll be you next. It'll be your group next. But y'all the same people that didn't have a problem with Candice Owens and Kanye West talking crazy about their own group and supporting a racist politician. Before I put this clip back on, I just want to reiterate the scripture that we read it from today, which is Psalm 121 and 2. I lift up my eyes to the mountains. Where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord, the maker of the heaven and earth. And I just want to say, because I know for the slow girls in the back, y'all are taking this being Bible study as being so literal, and clearly this is not literal, super literal. I am a homosexual. But I just want to show and prove the point that you can, some of these lessons we can use from the Bible that y'all cherish so much, honey. And for the people watching who are not Christian, who don't even believe in God, it don't matter. You can look to Rihanna's song From Home that says, turn your face towards the sun and let the shadows fall behind you. And I think that's like a famous proverb that's just been passed down, and she put it in her song. But you don't have to apply this to God. But the point is, don't look to these fools. Don't look to this foolishness. Look to the light, honey. And whatever your source of light is, that's where you need to be looking. Not ugly Michael Rapaport or ugly Snoop Dogg or stupid half ugly Nelly. Okay? Not these people, because they're going to always steer you wrong, especially a stupid man. And I know I'm a man too, but at least I know we stupid. These people don't know. Let's resume.
Ones on social media, ask yourself why. We do not need to follow.
I also want to say, because this is an iHeartRadio podcast, I do not own this clip. I am only showing this for educational purposes. Good evening, Half Pen. You got here at the perfect time. We are really getting into the meat and potatoes of tonight's Bible study. The scripture we are pulling from is scrolling across the bottom. Thank you. Good evening. Share it with your friends. Invite them to Bible study. Each one, teach one. I do not own these clips. Please do not take my video down.
This pig, this dog, this rotten, miserable, angry, nasty.
And if you're not aware, if you're just joining me, this is his rant about Candice Owens before we get to him praising Hulk Hogan. He has called Candice Owens a dog and now a pig and a bitch. And they keep bleeping it out. So I'm assuming when they're bleeping it out that he's calling her a bitch. For all I know, he could be calling her a nigga. Because that's what it's giving. It's giving he wanted to call her. Was trying to think of every insult that he could think of before he called her a nigga. Because that's really what he wanted to say. All because she was speaking on the conflict with Gaza. Not because she a Trump supporter.
Candice Owens on social media. We don't need to follow this on social media any longer. And I have liked and sort of enjoyed Candice Owens throughout the years. Some of the things I don't agree with all of her, but I definitely think there have been times where I thought she has a great point of view on things, and she's an independent thinker on things. I think that Candice Owens has gone completely nuts, and as a Jewish person, we don't need to follow her. And some people go, well, I need to follow her to see what's going on. If Candice Owens says something, if Candice Owens speaks out against Jews, this week she spoke about Elie Wiesel, Holocaust survivor, scholar.
So I'm not going to show all of this because I don't want my video to be taken down. But just to wrap it up, I enjoyed her until now. I thought she had some great points until now. Doesn't this sound familiar, y'all? Honey, 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 honey. The only people that are held to a standard in this country is black people. The only people that are supposed to ride and stand up for everybody damn cause is black people. This country doesn't expect anything from anybody else but us. We supposed to stand with the Jewish people, with the immigrants that's in the ICE situation. You know, with of course with all the Me Too situation and the sexual allegations, we're just supposed to be there upholding morals for every situation. Only us. Nobody else, honey. Because these people could care less. But I just wanted y'all to know when we let Snoop Dogg call Gail a dog face bitch years ago because of Kobe, we should have made him apologize because this white man and not the sole reason, but stuff like that. Let these people, it just gives them, I think they just think it's okay. Because my favorite rapper who I hobnob with called Gil King a dog face bitch. So I could do it too. Hashtag protect black women. I guess even when they're problematic. And I'm not protecting Candice Owens because, again, I don't like her, but I also don't like this man calling her all out her name. I mean, he went on and on for a while. I know he called her a nigger in one of those. When they bleeped it out, you can't tell me that he didn't call her a nigger. You cannot. I stepped away, but I'm back still working. Gotcha. I'm gonna skip to him talking about Hulk Hogan because this is what really initiated me wanting to do this live on Michael Rapaport. Let me find when he starts talking about Hulk Hogan.
I don't care. What you call Palestine? I don't care.
Okay. He's still talking about Candice.
Come see me live. And I told you it's a week, and you come to the show. Just say ding.
He talks a lot like Trump to me too.
There. You looked, every single magazine you opened, every time you turned on the TV, Hulk Hogan was everywhere. And there are so many ginormous, iconic figures in the history of WWE, whether you're a fan or not. Andre the Giant, obviously The Rock, John Cena, the Iron Sheik, so forth and so on. And I'm just...
Yes, for the late girls. I started off the live playing a clip so you could go back. You could be hashtag replay gang. I started off the live showing him being disrespectful to Kenya. And then I also showed him being disrespectful to another white man when he was on a podcast or a radio show. So yes, I did. And then we just finished. Just finished showing him being disrespectful to Candice Owens, calling her a dog and a pig and a bitch, and how she's so negative and nasty. But he enjoyed her up until she spoke negative on Jewish people and the conflict with Gaza and Zionists, I guess. I don't know. Don't give me the lying. I'm not speaking on that piece. I'm speaking on him calling the black woman out her name and probably call her a nigger. He went to school with all black people too. Gotcha. What area is he from, Stacy? While I'm playing this clip.
Just talking about the big stars, Ric Flair, and I mean, there's tons. But in terms of pop culture, people that just were beyond wrestling, beyond the sport of entertainment, wrestling, WWE, Hulk Hogan was the top of the top of the top. And I'm sure there's wrestling heads that could debate, Andre the Giant meant this and The Rock meant that. But the Hulkster, he was the guy. And like I said, in the 80s, Hulk Hogan was every single place. And then, of course, he was in Rocky 3 as Thunder Lips. And that was crazy. That took him to the next video, all kinds of, I didn't really cartoons. He was everywhere. And the great Hulk Hogan has passed away at 71 years old. And I'm going to tell you what we're not going to do when Hulk Hogan.
Once again, this is another lesson I want y'all to take from this. And thank you. Tim said it in the chat. He still ain't invited to any cookout I'm hosting. Ain't and never should have been invited. And this why y'all need to stop going up for white people because they give you some attention, or when they group don't want to be bothered with them, when they not good enough for their group and they come over to ours, y'all just be going up for it. So just ooh. And if a white person know how to do a little dance and all that stuff, this is why we need to stop going up for this. What we're not going to do, where you get that from? Black people. I ain't never heard no white person. What we're not going to do. We are going to do it. And listen to, I just can't imagine going up for such a silly person. Hulk Hogan wasn't saving nobody damn life. He wasn't a scientist. He wasn't an inventor. He wasn't no damn civil rights leader. He wasn't a humanitarian. And I didn't even know that fool got a sex tape. I didn't even know that. I think he mentioned that. I didn't even know he had a sex tape. Girl. But we're going to keep going. But this, I also want y'all to see that the same, I'm going to be, you know me, Quentin with a fashion doll is always fair and even. The same energy that he has for Hulk Hogan, black people, we be having it for some stupid people in our community too, and we need to stop. But I'm going to continue the video. Hey, bestie, folks invited this fool to the cookout. That's what it seemed like, because it seemed like he always has some kind of attachment to black people. And then I guess a little, maybe due to Andy Cohen, but it seemed like, you know, he kind of be in gayish spaces a little too. I just don't get why he's ever on Bravo. It's weird when black folks have liking to any white person who deviates from what we deem as typically white. Any white person who acts remotely black, I don't understand why they go up for them. I agree, Tim. That has never been cute to me. I have never liked that. I have never been a fan of Eminem. People don't never bring him up in that conversation. He's weird to me. And again, it's giving. I'm on the outskirts of my community. I grew up trailer trash, so I'm gonna go over here and be with the black people. I just never went up. I don't go. I like white people to just be you. Now, don't be ignorant, but be white. I don't need you to cosplay me. You ain't gonna ever do me better than me. When I went in the mall yesterday, it was a Latin boy walking with a group of girls into the mall, pants sagging, trying to walk slow and walk cool. And it's always so funny to me when I see other race men trying to be a black man, and it just be funny to me because I'm not doing this costume or like playing a black man like you are, but you will never out black man me because I actually am one. It's just funny. Kanye West, for example. Yeah, that's a bitch. We could throw that bitch in the garbage. Throw this bitch in the garbage. Nicki Minaj, bad girl. Eminem, bad girl. He's heavy into hip hop too. I know. But that's what I'm saying. But he has been allowed, he has been so comfortable, you know, back in the 90s or whenever if he was ever popping, it probably was really cute then. We are a little more conscious now, so it's not as cute. But I know, and you know, black men think this is really cute. They love being buddies with a white guy. They feel like they really made it. Yes, honey. And he ugly. If you go, honey, give me Brad Pitt, not him. And I know Brad Pitt got some problematic stuff. I'm just saying, like off looks and stuff. Who wants to be Michael Rapaport? Michael Rapaport don't want to be Michael Rapaport. Right. I don't need you to be me. I don't need you to pretend like you didn't eat raisins in your potato salad growing up. Exactly. Sure, you tried collard greens and liked it, but girl, still be you. Yes. His upbringing, that's why, but he sucks now.
Hogan passes away, we're not going to disrespect the Hulkster. That's what we're not going to do. Is we're not going to be disrespecting Hulk Hogan, the Hulkster. I don't care if he had some controversy outside of the ring. I don't care if he endorsed Donald Trump. We're talking about one of the most original characters.
Woo! 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 Because he had an original character. And I don't even think it was that original. How can I? But I'm not surprised. The older I get, the more I realize how trashy America is. The world in general is trash, but America is just so trashy. It all connects. It all connects. If you look at the Donald Trump documentary, and I keep telling the girls to watch it, I need y'all to go look at the Donald Trump documentary and watch the recent Donald Trump, the biopic. He is not behind it. He is not getting money from the biopic. And I'm actually going to show y'all. Hold on. Because I don't want y'all to think I'm just making things up. Movie. I believe Donald Trump has expressed displeasure with the film and its portrayal of him, and his team has also threatened legal action against the movie. So there you go. He is not behind the movie. The movie, I think, was made just to show people, because I think a lot of people don't know his history and his background, and they don't know how he got his money. People love to keep saying how he's this great, amazing businessman, and he is not. He kind of got his start from a closeted homosexual man, from a group that he can, is trying to take their white rights away from them. Now that this the man that gave you your start. He has filed bankruptcy multiple times. The black men always want to talk about Kamala, Donald Trump's father. It was a lawsuit against Donald Trump's father. It was the NAACP and was it the FDA? Whoever was over housing, I can't think of it right now. But y'all love to say y'all, the girls don't know history. Y'all need to go read a book, or if you're not gonna read, at least go watch a documentary or the movie and get some information. But he is a clown. But I think when I was watching his documentary or the one on Vince McMahon, I didn't realize that he would be on WWE often. And him and Vince McMahon were friends. And when you just watch stuff, because this was before my time, I think when he first got on there, and I think he probably was still going on there in the 90s and the 2000s, but I was a kid, and I did grow up watching wrestling, but I just don't remember him being a part of it. All of these crazy men, they all are just given the same thing. Even I just watched the documentary about the man who started the Backstreet Boys and NSYNC. I can't think of his name right now. But it's just always the same kind of white men. It's always these ugly white men who are like the least desirable white men. They're always like a menace. And then somehow Lou Pearlman, yes. Hey Monet, Lou Pearlman. I watched the documentary on that mayor in Toronto who was doing the crack. I was like, oh my God, it just do the people not see a common thread? I don't know what y'all be looking at. I think maybe y'all be so busy watching dumb stuff. I don't know. But y'all got to start connecting these dots. Lou Pearlman, this man that was the mayor in Toronto, Vince McMahon, Donald Trump, Hulk Hogan, all these people, they just all be kind of friends with each other, doing the same shit, coming up the same ways. Even when you see their dynamics with their fathers, from what I remember, Vince McMahon dynamic with his father was very similar to Donald Trump. Like they were like trying to impress their fathers. It didn't seem like they had good relationships with them. Vince McMahon and Donald Trump say some weird and creepy stuff about their daughter. Didn't Hulk Hogan say some weird stuff about his daughter too? Didn't he? Let's look it up. I don't feel like getting into all of this, and I don't want to pull up a bunch of clips. But I feel like it was something going on with him and that daughter that was off too. And then since he talking about, let's see, because he said he didn't care about his controversy. This is from the BBC. It was also a white man behind the Milli Vanilli scandal. Well, that I don't know how that has relevance to what I'm necessarily saying, but stop me. Oh, it's a video. Oh, let's watch it. It's just 56 seconds. Oh, the ad, bitch. Okay, I'm gonna pull this up when the ad is up. But hold on. They tried that. I'm weary. I'm weary, y'all. Okay. This clip is from the BBC. I do not own this clip. I am showing this clip for educational and informational purposes. Thank you. Thank you, Parkers. His daughter had claimed verbal and physical abuse. And I don't know why I feel like he made a weird comment similar to Trump made a comment about his daughter, like about her being hot or something stupid when she was trying to pursue her music career. Who, speaking of all being in the same circles, who was also friends with Lou Pearlman. Hulk Hogan was definitely friends with Lou Pearlman, and Lou Pearlman was behind Brooke Hogan having a music career. It's all connected. All the clowns be together. The girls always be wanting to talk about the Illuminati. No, girl, it ain't the Illuminati. It's all these nasty white people or white men that's all friends with each other and was all going to the Epstein Island so they could be with underage girls. That's who y'all need to be talking about instead of bringing up the damn Illuminati. Girl, bye. Mm, mm.
When I get home, my wife Jennifer, she doesn't put up with the red and yellow attitude. So when I come to the front door, it's I'm Terry, and I get to be normal and take the bandana off the bald head and kind of hang out with my dogs, and everything's cool.
Please welcome to the stage professional wrestler Hulk Hogan.
And the answer is vote for Trump.
Wrestling is wrestling, brother. Because before I got started in the wrestling business, back in 1976, wrestling was a lot different back then.
What did that mean? Girl, bye. Oh, I thought they was gonna show more than that. I said it the girl's mom. He could go to hell. Bye, girl. My girl. If you a person that believe in it, that's where he can rest. And yes, Tim, I just watched the documentary on Netflix. It's called Dirty Pop. It's the documentary about Lou Pearlman, and there's numerous scenes of Hulk Hogan being at Lou Pearlman's parties. They were friends. Girl, bye. And yes, I even saw black people talking about, I'm about to miss him. Y'all, this the hill y'all gonna down for a wrestler that was doing fake wrestling at that? Child. Who is Kazim Fumayudi? Who is that? Oh, he has a WWE themed podcast, and this is a black person. He was a superhero to a lot of people. That's what this man was calling him, a superhero. They wasn't even they didn't even really wrestle. They were acting. She should have left some more of these bitches. I think it's some bloodlines that Darwin's theory was the survival of the fittest. If your people could make it, you still here. Some of the girls still shouldn't have made it because they were stupid. I just can't imagine dying on the hill for a stupid wrestler. Okay. But it's Quinta with the fashion dog, honey. So you know me. I always have to be fair. I always have to be fair. And I think, because I'm for everybody, and I would think a lot of my audience is black people. So I do I have a note for the black people as well. I digress, but I love the PD Piranha plant in the background. Yes. Oh, thank you. My bestie, Bree bought me that. Did she give me that for my birthday last year? I don't remember if it was last year or the year before. But yes, Bree bought me that. Thank you, Bree. I have my Switch games in it. It's cute. I am a casual gamer with a Y. But staying with this same school of thought, black people, I do think we need to crazy. Absolute thank you. Black people calling him a hero is crazy. No more. Very crazy. Wait, I also want to see this. I didn't know Hulk Hogan had a sex tape. Oh yeah, he did. never know. In 2016, thank you, Bree. Thank you. That's exactly what I was. That was the next thing I was going to bring up. But I was just trying to look at what it was saying about his body slam of a victory over Gawker Media in 2016 will be remembered as part of the wrestler's legacy. Wow, so this must have been recent. Who knew? And it was in Florida. In the end, the Florida jury awarded Hogan 140 million in the civil suit, ultimately leading to the demise of Gawker Media. I do remember Gawker. I don't remember this. That's funny. Wow. Okay, come on, Cardi B. Who knew? I didn't know he had a sex tape, but he was a hero to the people. Tim said, "Come on, a flower was born. Let's floor many. Happy early birthday. Let's wrap these Leos up." I know that's right. Let's wrap them up. So, now the only Leo I'm a celebrate is my bestie Bree, but the rest of them, bye. You know how many good memories I have to R. Kelly's music, but I refuse to play it. Thank you. Same here. Will never be played in the warehouse. If you put that under my house, I'm kicking you out, and you probably ain't gonna be back. Yes, that man had a tape shaking my head. Did he make racist comments during sex tape? I know he did about the daughter's boyfriend. That man's theme song has the words "I am a real American," so his racism did not surprise me. Let's not anything. Girl, I tell y'all in the room. Oh, but yes. Um, but yes, I want to be fair and I want to broaden this conversation. And just like how he sounds crazy calling Hulk Hogan a hero, and what we're not going to do is tear down his legacy and all this stuff. And he is a known racist, uh, not only a Trump supporter, campaigned for Trump, abused his daughter, and he the hero. No ma'am, no ma'am. But it's also a no ma'am. It's also a no ma'am to the girls who still want to listen and play R. Kelly. Girl, I just was around somebody recently that said something crazy to me about R. Kelly. I want to let y'all know this. To people at home, when you want to, when people bring up R. Kelly and you want to say, no, the parents should have been in trouble. Okay, them bitches could go be in, they all could go to jail. But that's not a trump card. No pun intended. That's not the gotcha moment because you said, well, their parents. Girl, people. That's why again I keep saying that y'all need to start reading books and maybe watching some documentaries and just knowing stories outside of your small little circle. There are parents that molest their own children. So, okay, what is that's not saying much that someone pimped out their child to get some money or for an opportunity. Okay, that might have maybe that was the case for some of the people. But does that negate his grown ass going out of his way, going to malls in the suburbs of Chicago and being at basketball courts where children hang out and teenagers? Does that just disregard all of that? Because there might have been one or two parents that were also trifling and putting their kids in bad situations. I don't think that cancels that out. So for black people, we're going to stop. Oh, please stop saying that. Please. Please. Meanwhile, people hate on Beyonce for far less and nothing. That all I'm going to say on that. Exactly. But this is what I be saying. People are always so quick to jump on tearing a woman down, but then will never want to um never want to make the men accountable, and then gonna still support them. And I don't feel like having an argument about you know who tonight, but I think that's a perfect that's a perfect. I'm gonna say it. I think this is a perfect example. And if I'm not saying that you have to stop listening to who I'm about to bring up, but it's a similar thing as what I'm just saying. I know so many people that if you bring up Chris Brown, and it's women, if you bring up Chris Brown, I know women that are going to bring up something about Rihanna, and it just be like, I don't. Two wrongs don't make it right. Yeah, maybe she did start it, but I still don't think that that makes the situation right, or puts Chris Brown in the right. And that's the hill that you're gonna die on. So then when somebody else says something, when a white person comes and say it, then I don't know if you could be that man. Cause you was this is why I showed Snoop Dogg earlier. I'm about to show it again. Snoop Dogg called Gail out her name, and didn't nobody have a problem with it because he was talking about Kobe. But then this man just called Candice Owens a dog and a pig. And we don't like Candice Owens, but I'm just saying, he also disrespected, I'm going to show the clips again. He also disrespected Kenya Moore. So I think my point just is, even if it's somebody that you like, wrong is wrong and right is right. And when you want to excuse something away because it's a person that you like, then when somebody that you don't like does the same action, then it's kind of hard to come down on them. Because you was okay with it when it was the bitch you didn't like. And I don't like Candace Owens, but I'm still about to say, no, white man, you do not need to be calling her a dog. I don't like her, but that's not what you about to do. That's all I'm saying to the people watching at home. But I want to show this clip again. This takes me out. And I also showed this, I think, when we were talking about Snoop Dogg and Nelly and them performing for the Trump inauguration. Because them some more bitches that we're not doing them. They're done. They're canceled. You know? What's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Gail King, out of pocket for that shit. Way out of pocket. What do you gain from that? I swear to God, we the worst. We the fucking worst. We expect more from you, Gail. Don't you hang out with Oprah? Why y'all attacking us? We your people. You ain't coming after fucking Harvey Weinstein asking them dumbass questions. I get sick of y'all. I want to call you one. Is it okay if I call her one? Funky dog head bitch. How dare you try to tarnish my motherfucking homeboy's rep?
So again, Snoop Dogg called Gail King a funky dog ass bitch because she asked a question about an actual court case that Kobe Bryant did have. And again, maybe the timing was wrong. Maybe don't bring it up as you doing an interview about his death. But because he was your homeboy, the man that played basketball. Not. You weren't talking about Barack Obama or Colin Powell or like somebody who won a Nobel Peace Prize or something. And we like Kobe. Kobe was a Virgo. We like Kobe. He was a good basketball player. But like, girl, it was a basketball player. It wasn't that deep. And it sound almost as, it ain't as bad, but it sound almost as crazy as Michael Rapaport was sounding, calling Hulk Hogan a hero. And then, in addition, I'm about to hold on. I'm gonna show the Michael Rapaport clips again. Cause this what I be talking about. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. You had to call stuff out when it happened the first time, and not just when it happened to somebody that you like. You got to call it out all the times. Where is here we go. That one too long. Let me just type it in. Watch what happens live.
I want to get started with the.
Again, I do not own this clip. I am showing this for informational, educational purposes. Before I show it, Tim said people pick and choose who to advocate against. Oh, I'm adding words. People pick and choose to advocate against behaviors based upon who they like and don't like. They don't know how to stand on principles. They stand on subjectivity. They're dense. Snoop was wrong as fuck for calling her a bitch. Gil was being messy as fuck too, bringing up that case doing that lady lied on him. Yes, it definitely was messy. He didn't have to. That's not the way he needed to address it. I wasn't mad at him checking her. It was the way he checked her that's the problem. Yes, I agree. That wasn't the way to do it. Mm-mm. And then I just also find it so funny that you also ended up being the same man that went and performed for Trump's inauguration. So it was just like, so it's giving you only care about black men specifically. You don't really care nothing about the man. Or do you even care that much about black men? It's really you just care about you and maybe your friends. Because you sold out the whole black community for probably a little $100,000 check to go perform at that Bitcoin inauguration ball, whoever it was. A word for the girls. Everybody got a brain up until it's time for them to use it. Yes, honey. You know what I love to quote? I love now Lizzo, she just does some questionable things, but she said one thing and it was correct. She said, why men great till they gotta be great? And I agree. Men are always stunning when they don't need to be, or stunning with the wrong people. When it's time for their ass to actually show up, they don't. Or they show up at the Trump inauguration. Woo! I'm here all night. What time is it? Okay, I might just go to 7 so I can end so the girls could go watch Funky Jack Neva's live. But yes, we're having a stunning Bible study. I just want to say again, thank you for joining me tonight on this lovely Monday evening. Cam, we need to talk if you're still watching. I'm going to see Duran Bernard Wednesday evening, so I cannot do a live on Wednesday evening. And just for the scripture for our Bible study tonight, for what we're talking about, the theme, we are reading from Psalms 121 and 2. I lift up my eyes to the mountains. Where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. If you grew up in church like me, Tim said I saw Duran in April. Lovely, stunning. I can't wait to see my Virgo brother. But I need to find my beat. It's a song that says this. The church girls know the song. The words not coming to me right now. Am I conflating two songs? I think I'm no. All of my help cometh from the Lord. Yes, honey, I get it. I found it. I found my note and I found the beat. Yes, honey. I just recently had a conversation about Durant, and I stood 10 toes down about how he eats up all the R&B men up today. He sings light years is better than all of them, and I agree. His vocal ability, his voice, and his music, the actual content of his music, the if you know me, I am not big on male R&B singers. I probably prefer male soul singers. Male R&B singers are so corny to me and so immature and just not creative. And but Duran Bernard is stunning. He actually has something to say in all of his music, even if it's about love. Stunning. If you have never listened to Duran Bernard, please go stream my good brother. Go listen to Completed, Overqualified, and Flounce. And for a bonus, listen to Stuck featuring Ari Lennox. And you too will be stuck. You're welcome, including Chris Brown. Even though he's not a contemporary artist, Durant still eats him up vocally. All I'm gonna do is sip my beer. On that one.
Moore was bullying Portia.
He asked her to make eye contact with him. He asked her to make eye contact with him. He insults her and says, "Are those contacts?" Because Kenya's eyes are gray, and I've never been sure if they were contacts or not either. But I'm black with Kenya Moore, and I can ask those questions. And I don't think if I asked her, it wouldn't be me being racist or prejudiced or anti-black. Well, you asking it definitely is, bitch. But this was 7 years ago. You wish you were me, King? She does. I think you probably wish you were Kenya Moore. Because it seems like you want to be black so bad sometimes. And you want to be a bad bitch. That's why you always in bad bitches' business. So if anything, you want to be Kenya Moore. Honey, now Tim, don't do too much. Now Tim said him not being in the I think he was saying him not being in the conversation of music, and like the mainstream music industry is homophobic. To Bernard, I agree. Now this talking about she gagged him like an Aquarius. Now I don't know. You should have said like a Virgo, but I don't know. I don't know if y'all to read people like that. My mama does, but my mother on the cusp of Capricorn. I don't know Aquarius to be readers, but And Andy tried it because he just said she's been out of work. Like you trying to help him out and co-sign him. And then he gonna say she need 12 people for her glam squad and the blowtorch like she's ugly. So he been trying it. And I'm just gonna show it again for the girls who was late before we close out.
In a who have weaponized what a zombie people are up in arms about this dog, this rotten, miserable dog, Candice Owens. First of all, if you're Jewish and you still follow Candice Owens on social media, ask yourself why. We do not need to follow this pig, this dog, this rotten, miserable, angry, nasty Candice Owens on social media. We don't need to follow this on social media any longer. And I have liked and sort of enjoyed Candice Owens throughout the years. Some of the things. I don't agree with all of her, but
I'm going to take a leap and say something. And Tim clarified. He said, well, Kenya and I are January Aquarians and we read. Okay, maybe the January ones. And my mother is January. I'm going to take a note from our Jewish brothers and sisters. And there's a term that they like to use or phrase, a dog whistle. Let's Google it, what a dog whistle is. Okay. A subtly aimed political message which is intended for and can only be understood by a particular group. Okay. So dog whistle is not owned by any group, so I can use this. As Black people, we need to start picking up on these dog whistles when some of the girls are talking. And I know there's another phrase or term, value signaling as well. When people say things like, now we all know the foolishness that Candice, let's see if I can find a little short clip of some of the foolishness that Candice Owens, has said. Okay, let's just look at a short.
Because see, Candice, you have trashed Black people. You have denigrated Black people. You have called us.
I wanted to see her actually trash the Black people. I didn't want to see somebody talking.
Hitler just wanted to make Germany great and have things run well. Okay, fine.
I don't know Miss Owens. I'm not going to characterize her. I'm going to let her own words do the talking. So I'm going to play for you the first 30 seconds of a statement she made about Adolf Hitler.
What's it? They almost proving my point. Candice Owens be saying crazy stuff about Black people and women. But this the only time y'all find a problem with her statements when she's talking about when she's making anti-Semitic statements. That's the only time it's bad. This lady was a Trump supporter. She just recently is like talking against Trump because he didn't, he didn't do what he promised. So now she doesn't like him anymore. So, but that was okay, Michael Rapaport. So when you hear bitches say stuff like that, no, we're done with them. You're canceled. When Nelly said, when Nelly was making his comments and saying the woman of color, calling Kamala the woman of color who's married to a white man with white kids, we're done with you. Because if she a woman of color, then that lady who you was with, who I think you had that reality TV show, she was a woman of color too. So when did it change? When did a lady not being full Black, when was that a problem? Y'all better pick up when these bitches speak. They always say, especially Black women. I hear men say stuff all the time. And watching these Bravo shows, people always want to talk about colorism or what's anti-black. I always hear these rap. Oh, I just hear stuff all the time. I'm like, girl, what? Y'all was okay with that? That didn't make y'all mad. It wouldn't be me. It was the same with Kanye. Kanye made a whole bunch of anti-black comments, but made the moment he made anti-Semitic comments, then he was canceled. Correct. And all I'm saying is it's all wrong. And what's good for the goose is good for the gander, honey. Mm-mm. Just a fool. But y'all gonna get enough of it just inviting any old body to the cookout. Y'all gonna get enough Andy Cohen. You another one. Andy Cohen, girl. Maybe I need to do a Bible study on Andy Cohen. Because Andy Cohen pick and choose what he wants to be upset about too. Because sometimes he'll be upset when the girls say something homophobic, but it's only when certain women say it. He only gets mad when the black girls say something homophobic. He don't have too much to say when the white girls say something homophobic and racist. But honey, I don't know if you're ready for that one. But yes, honey, I hope y'all enjoy Bible study on this evening. I just want to reiterate, don't look to these people. Even child, and again, this is not specific to Michael Rapaport. You just need to have some discernment on who you're listening to, who you're letting, their doctrine, their beliefs, their philosophies, even just listening to it all the time. Be careful. Even old Raggedy Ann Amanda Seals, her ass is off to me with some of the stuff she has to say. Honey, I don't listen to everything what everybody has to say. Girl, even with me. Now, one thing I do, I bring facts, but you just can't listen to everything what everybody say. The same with advice. You can hear it, but just be careful, honey. And Michael Rapaport is not it. And we're not about to keep mourning over these old raggedy men because you looked up to them when you was 5. Like, I'm so tired of y'all talking about what somebody and something meant to y'all as kids. Well, you're not a kid today. You're an adult, and you will not melt. You will be okay. Tim said, "What's good for the goose is good for the gander." Mr. Michael, if the regular white people like raisins and potato salad, then want to be black, white people like you like it too. Okay. And his poor wife. Before we close, let's see what his wife looked like. I've never seen his wife. I also want to say this to the Jewish community, because the girls be picking and choosing who they want to be upset with. Now, y'all know that Coco Chanel was dating a Nazi officer. So I know, none of y'all bet not buy nothing Chanel, not a thing. A Chanel bag, Chanel number 5, none of it. I just know. And we could go down the list, but I just know it better not be in any of y'all homes. Oh, fan me off. I'm hot like Coco Chanel. Lock me up in jail. Finger. Oh, he used to be married to a white lady. He wasn't always married to a black lady. Tim said, please show his wife. You about to laugh. She's so dry. She not even giving me enough material to laugh. I guess. Tip on hardwood floors. Honey. Look at him with this Yankees hat on. Looking like a wigger. We had to bring the word wigger back, y'all. This lady giving me the same energy that Meghan Markle mama is giving. She giving that if she has kids, she raised this the kind of black lady that raised Meghan Markle. That's what she giving. Look at her hair. And I wouldn't be surprised if she's not biracial, or as I like to say, swirly. Just dry. They look dry together. And that's why I be telling y'all, girl, well, you know what? They're on this looks wise, they giving the same level, so that's fine for her. But I'm a bad bitch, and if I'm gonna be with a white man, he about to be fat. He not about to be looking like Michael Rapaport. No. What bothers me is when they get around black people, they still could be themselves. Sir, you are Michael. You don't have to turn into Marcus or Marquise. Yeah, I don't know. But I leave you with Psalms 121 and 2. Look to the hills, honey. Look to the heavens. Look to the sun. Look to God. Look to Beyonce. Look to whoever you need to look to. Look to whatever is the light in your life. Even if it's me. But don't look to Michael Rapaport. That ain't who it is, honey. He ain't helping you with nothing. Michael Rapaport ain't gonna help you do nothing but look dry like him and his wife. And on that note, I'm gonna go have some dinner. And I will see you soon. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. Go watch. I just published a new video today, my style report. Go watch my style report. You can see me unbox my crybaby crying again earbud case. Isn't she so cute? You can see me unbox her. So go watch that. Tim, I cannot play music. It's gonna get my video removed. But go watch that, and then go watch both of the style report videos for 2025. Go watch the last church announcements, and then be on the lookout for the next church announcements. I probably will be doing that on tomorrow if you're watching this live on Monday. But yes, have a good evening. Conduct yourselves accordingly. May the Lord watch between me and thee while we're absent. One from another. Yes, honey. You better spell my name right, because I sure was about to get you. Yes, from Quentin of the Fashion Dog, your Midwesty bestie. Be blessed. Stay stunning or get there. Yes, darling.